Read a little bit of knowledge about J Savile, and done a few videos over the last couple of years about it. I think most of them have been deleted now at this point, but obviously this was a big hex, and but I came across this video on YouTube, which basically I'd not seen this video before, right? Here's Savile doing a 777 with his fingers, right, on this this particular video, right? And I've not seen this video before. Obviously, if I'd seen it, I would have jumped on it straight away, like, and done, things about it. But this video is basically J Savile hospital accusations, right? And it's about this character, right? This character he called Stephen George, right? Who's FTM, right? And basically, they were the time of the J Savile in Broadmoor Mental Hospital. They were a lass, right? They were like a young female, and apparently sort of sexually abused them and all that. And now at this point, right, they're now becoming FTM. So basically changed into a man, right? So as well now the trans idea is what's behind all this stuff, So obviously, they're gonna code some trans stuff into it somewhere. This video is from 2012, so basically 10 years old, I didn't see it at the time, like. But basically says a lot, doesn't it? They put in a thing about an FTM, which is basically what Savile was, isn't it? You know what I mean? So it says it all, really. They hide the codes within. Of course, this was total hex, wasn't it? There's Stephen George. There we have it, right? Abused transgender man, Stephen George, right? It looks like they put to make a new movie about the whole hex with Steve Coogan as the J Savile, Hex on Hex. As we know, that make these supposed true stories about hex, and just based on Hex on Hex, in it. Stephen George. When the Queen's Consort, say Savile born at Consort Terrace, and the Queen's Consort. John, June and Christina. The player. Right. And you have this Nahum 36, 36 is a 666, right? And you have all this stuff, right? I will pelt you with filth, I will treat you with contempt to make you a spectacle. I will cover you with filth and show the world how vile you really are, right? And the context of this is a judgment against Nineveh or Nineveh, right? Nineveh or Nineveh is the enemy of Israel in the Bible, right? Nineveh is devastated, who will grieve for her, right? So they want to devastate the enemy of Israel, which is Nineveh, right? Like 9/11 and COVID-19 and all this, right? They want to devastate the enemy of Israel, right? I will make a spectacle of you. Remember J Savile and his spectacles, right? I will make thee vile and set thee as a gazing stock. I'll cast abominable filth upon thee, right? So that's all this accusations of hex. These vile things that J Savile is accused of, right? In this particular hex is abominable filth, and set you up as a spectacle, right? So it's, it's a setup. It's a spectacle, isn't it? It's an vile slander and vile gossip and all that type of thing, see? Will throw filth on you, see? So it's a setup, isn't it? It's make these vinyl. It's 100% of a biblical inspired hex. Right? Here's Jimmy Savile and the spectacle of shame. Right? Of course, Savile well known for wearing all spectacles all the time, wasn't he? You know, all different type of spectacles in all the pictures and all that. Jimmy Savile's with his tinted glasses. And there you go, a news story from 2007, 1911. Right, 1911. Reunited with his glasses days after they were snatched by a female prankster. So, you know, this is all organised years in advance. All these hexes that they play out and all that, see? Here we have it, right? 19th of November 2007. British Transport Police fixed it for the veteran store, again the Trans, to get his John Lennon style spectacles back. Of course, he left a function at the Queen's Hotel. Of course, John Lennon referred to Jimmy Savile as King Solomon. He called him King Solomon in the 60s or whatever. So 81 years old, 8 and 1 for 9. Marvellous. Bit of a prank to lose his glasses. And then a few years later, I had the spectacle of shame. Savile with the Beatles, doing the Masonic signs. Getting to a BA. And here's Savile's final interview was with Alex Belfield, right? And you know that Alex Belfield is, this is another one who's doing the pedo hex, contributing to all that pedo stuff and all that, see. So they're trying to build up an idea that the establishment people are pedos. But as we know, they're all eunuchs and that, they're all trans, right? Alex Belfield, TH. Interesting piece of King Solomon, right? I can't find the John Lennon stuff anywhere, but the King Solomon quote, like, no one knows when the hour will come as fish are caught in a cruel net. Birds are taken in a snare, so people are trapped by evil times that fall unexpectedly, right? And basically sums up what they're doing and all that, right? Setting snares and traps for people so that they fall into bloody traps and that's it. Was here's the Johnny Rotten thing, right? If you look into any of this stuff, you'll have an idea that Johnny Rotten was, like, he basically hated Jimmy Savile or knew what was going on or whatever. Of course, Johnny Rotten's just another one of their dirty tea. He's basically just another Mason who's in on all the hex anyway. And if you see the state of clip of this Johnny Rotten now, he looks like a fat little woman, like, looks no like a bloody bloke anymore. He looks more just like a little fat old woman type of thing. That, you know what I'm saying? Interesting juxtaposition with the wheel spokes in the back. You know that? Like a fat lesbian type of thing. And of course they're all called John or James. And John, James, Jacob and all the rest. All in on the hex, eh? Of course here's Janet Smith, right? Janet Smith doing the John, James, Jacob, Janet, G and T, all the same, doing the inquiry into it. Smith, obviously tea drinker, look. They were shaving. dame, see the dame, the maid on the production line. Of course, as you expect, all coded stuff. 72. 21, 777. 10, of course, the 10 Commandments. Basically, and they always have the moralistic thing behind it. 1 and 2, 3. Or 777, of course, with 21. 117. All coded stuff. A mature culture, the BBC, I wouldn't have thought so. Like, a mature culture. Yeah. Wouldn't reckon, like. And Masonic. Yeah. Says a lot of that, doesn't it? Time, see, under hex.